to our first edition of what will be a recurring. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our Meet the Habs video series. Tonight we have as our guest Ryan Tompkins. Ryan, thanks for coming, and we're looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
So, Ryan, you are a first-year Midget AAA player. You played Bantam last year, but you were affiliated with the Midgets.
Yes, that's true.
So, you played Bantam hockey in Woodstock. So, I'd like to start off by finding a little bit about your background growing up in Woodstock and playing hockey there. So, how old were you when you started playing hockey?
I would have been 6. The initial starting age was 5, but I decided to wait a year.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it right away, so
Yeah.
I waited 1 extra year. And then my friends started, so I decided to start too.
Okay, and you started in the Timbits program or novice?
Initiation, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then into novice and on through the Adam and Pee Wee and Bantam and so forth. So tell me about playing hockey in Woodstock. What was it like? A lot of fun, or?
Yeah, it was fun. Like you get like a small community like that, so everyone knows everyone. So you get like a really close knit group of guys there, like especially in your Adam years coming up through.
Yeah,
so it's good situation there.
Now, can you maybe share like a real positive memory from playing hockey in Pee Wee Bantam time frame?
Definitely Bantam first year, going to Quebec to Quebec International.
Yes.
We won that in the first year, and I actually scored the game-winning goal, so that was a really good experience for me.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Yeah, good building experience. So
okay.
Definitely a good memory.
Now, as I said, last year you played Bantam AAA hockey with the Woodstock team, Woodstock-based team. And you were affiliated with the Midgets. So tell me about how did you get affiliated and how did that play out? Because you are an out-of-town person, which is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, I tried out at the start of the year and I was cut in the second or third round, whatever it was. And Mr. Paul was interested and said, I'd like to affiliate you. So I said, oh, that'd be great. So I just started coming out practices and it built up, started playing games. So
yeah,
it's a really good experience.
And how many games did you get involved in last year as an affiliate?
I think I played 8 regular season and I played the final series against Moncton.
Okay. So that's great. So that was a really good experience and really set you up well with probably with a lot of confidence and knowledge of the team and some of the systems that are played. So when you came into the tryouts this year, it was a bonus. So when you did come to the tryouts this year, how did you find the tryouts? What was that experience like?
I thought it was good. I was paired up with Patrick Daly. Me and him have a lot of chemistry. We played hockey against and with each other through the years. So it was good to be with a guy that I knew was familiar. So we made some good plays. It was fun. It was a good experience. You play against different guys that you normally wouldn't. So it was good.
Right. Now, Ryan, you started off, you had a really, really good start to the year, and then you had an injury.
Yeah.
So tell me about how did the injury happen, and what was the rehabilitation like?
We were in Charlottetown, first shift of the game, probably 30 seconds in. I was going in first forward, grabbed a puck, and just an awkward hit. Big defenseman hit me, and I squeezed my shoulders, and it's just the bone kind of TV snapped up. So I knew right away that I was hurt, so I went to the hospital, and then they found out it was broken. So first week I got physio, and then regular checkups every 2 weeks, and eventually I was on the ice again. I was passing, shooting, stick handling, all that good stuff. And then 8 weeks flew by pretty much, and then I was back at it. So.
Well, I remember when you came back, and you almost picked up where you left off. So I mean, I think you were getting all that ice time that even when you were injured, you were able to still practice and so forth. It was good, and then you really picked up, and you really have had quite a good season, I would have to say. And congratulations, by the way, on the season you are having. Now, tell me when you had that injury, and now people say that after you've had a break like that, it's actually stronger afterwards. How does it feel now? Does it feel pretty good?
It feels great. Last week against St. John, I hit a guy pretty good. He got me the first time, then I went back at him again, and it held up well. Like it was throwing strong hits with it, so it felt fine.
So you don't even think about it probably anymore when you
No, it's just behind me now. So.
Oh, that's great. So anyway, congratulations on coming back and finishing off the season. So let's talk a little bit about this season. So you are a first-year player with the team. What's it like to play Midget AAA hockey?
It's great. It's difficult at times playing against older players, of course. I'm a big guy, so playing against larger bodies is sometimes hard. You have to always be moving and viewing the ice and finding your spots there. So it's been good though.
And how do you compare the jump? Well, maybe describe the jump from Bantam hockey to Midget. So one thing you've just mentioned, players are older, they're bigger. faster and so forth. Any other challenges that you've experienced in the jump?
One definitely would be ice awareness, knowing where the other team is, not just where the puck is and where your team is.
Okay.
Like a lot of things I noticed, especially as an affiliate, like going, like you could see both sides, was like picking up pucks on the boards, you always had to be looking first.
Okay.
There's something before that you would never do.
Right.
So it's a lot more awareness that came into play.
Right. Now, is that something that the coaching, because the boys are older, so the coaching probably picks up on that. It helps you learn that part of the game as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. Okay. So this team is it's a young team. It's been characterized as a very hard-working team. I think the skills there, but it's young and it's kind of raw and it's being developed.
Yes.
So tell me about the team. What makes it a fun team to play on? This is a team that seems to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely the group of guys. We have just like a great base. We have some clowns, really, I guess you would say, and we have some more serious guys, but they like to have fun too. So it's less of work and more like it's fun work. Like it's hard, but at the same time you have fun while you're doing it. So it's good all around.
Okay. Now, Ryan, you, as we said, you grew up in Woodstock, and you played all the way to the end of Bantam in Woodstock,
yes.
and now you've moved to Fredericton. So you're being billeted here in Fredericton. Tell me about the lifestyle change to being, a Woodstock citizen to a Frederictonian.
Yeah. Definitely, it's pretty obvious, but the amount of people here, like especially in the schools and stuff, like just a big shock to your system, and the sounds too that you hear, like in the country where I was from. It was quiet all the time, like there was never noise, but now here, like when you hear quiet, you're like, whoa, what's that?
It's unusual.
Yeah, it's strange to hear no noise, so it's just been a big change. And coming here, leaving home especially, was obviously difficult for the first time leaving home.
Yeah.
But you get adjusted to it pretty quickly, especially playing on the team, like you already know people here, so you have a good foundation to start off with, so
absolutely.
It wasn't too bad.
Now tell me, you go to Leo Hayes. So one of the two local high schools. How do you like Leo Hayes and how's it going?
I like it a lot actually. The teachers are really good to me. They like the hockey players. That's probably an influence of Mr. Pottle, I'm not sure. But,
yeah.
It's really great. The people there are nice. The school is beautiful. It's well designed. A lot of good features to it. So I'm enjoying it a lot.
Now you have essentially have a roommate,
Yes.
Matt Paul, who we're going to interview next. So it'll be fun to talk to Matt as well. What's it like to have a roommate that's on the team, and how's that going?
It's great actually. Me and Matt played hockey in our Pee Wee and Bantam years together, so we were quite used to each other already. We played also a novice and Adam coming up through, so we're quite familiar with each other already. But being given the opportunity to live with each other has really been great. Like we've bonded even more as friends and like almost brothers now. We're so close, so it's been good.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about things around the team. So just before we started the video, we were discussing the fact that you're around the rink a lot. It's a big commitment to play Midget AAA hockey, and fitness is obviously a key element of that. I don't think fitness is any kind of an issue during the year because you're on the ice so much and you have off-ice fitness and all that sort of thing. What do you do in the off-season to get ready to play hockey in the fall?
In the off-season, I work with Kenny Seaman.
Yeah.
This summer, I'm going to work with Kenny Seaman at the UMB.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. His sports
facility, yes. And it's a good program. Like it gets you in shape. It's less cardio now, more of the physical side of things, like a lot of weights and strength training. But it gets you prepared for it's geared towards hockey, so it gets you prepared to play hockey come fall. So.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's great. Okay, let's talk about game day. So a lot of people are very interested in what's it like to get ready to play hockey with this team. So just walk me through a day of a game. So what do you do? What time do you get up? And what do you eat?
Depending on the day, or the time. Home games especially, I get up around maybe 10:30.
Okay.
Miss Pottle will whip us up some sausage or bacon. I don't really like to get a nap in 3 hours from the game, so sometimes I'll take a quick nap, or depending on what time that game starts at, that's the preferred thing that I'd like to have.
Yeah.
If it's not available, then that's fine too. But
right.
I show up to the rink right away, tape my stick, first thing, every time, black tape, I wax it, and then I get my warm-up stuff on. Run more, big thing, I have a spot upstairs in the rink, in the home, we have home games where I stretch every time.
Okay.
It's my spot, so it's superstition, it's kind of weird, but
okay.
it's where I have to do it, so. And then after we warm up, I put a stick in a corner of the room with Seth Fillmore and Dave Como, which is something we do. I don't know why, it's just a thing we do. And yeah, and then I always go left to right when I'm putting on my gear. I've always done it that way, so I kept that up since then.
Well, very neat, and it obviously works because you're having a good season. So that's a little bit of your pre-game ritual, and it sounds like obviously it works well for you. So it's really neat to hear these stories about what people do, and certainly the higher you go in hockey, the more history that you have around rinks and around teams and around other players and what you need to do to be ready to play. So that's very interesting for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about things outside of hockey. So I mentioned that you're going to Leo Hayes. What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math, okay.
I'm a big math guy. I've always liked math. I just like learning about it. I'm good with numbers, so it's always been a preferred subject for me.
Okay. And what's your least favorite subject?
I'd have to say English. I like writing stories, but the older I've gotten in English, it's just more reading comprehensions and more reading and less of the writing, which I like. So it's gotten as more of a subject that I don't enjoy. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can't like all of them, and everybody has their preferences, so that's fine. Favorite food?
Club sandwiches for sure. I love club sandwiches.
Okay. And anybody in particular's club sandwich, or do you make your own, or?
Irving, like the Big Stop or whatever.
Yes.
I love the club sandwiches there.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, what about favorite meal maybe your mother would make or your father would make?
Her spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Great. Oh, it's great. Night before game day, spaghetti for sure.
Okay, wonderful. Favorite music, or what kind of, if I was to look at your phone or your iPod or whatever, what would I find on there?
I have a lot of like rap or rock or whatever for pre-game, but when I'm just listening to music in general, I'll get a mix of everything, like a bit of country, a bit of like pop, whatever's going around, I just listen to it. So.
Nice. Okay. Any particular unusual fact about yourself that most people wouldn't know?
I like to read books. So you don't always find a hockey player that likes to read books, but you'll see me in the bus, wherever, just have a book open, reading it, it's relaxing, I like doing it, so.
Any particular genre you like to read?
No, not really. I'll read whatever you put in front of me, so long as I find it interesting, so.
Okay, nice. All right, just a few more questions here for you, Ryan, and the first one is around where the team is headed. So there's, 8 or 10 games left in the regular season, then you're heading into playoffs. The team has, really hit a peak around Christmas time, and you've had a bit of the injury bug of late.
Yeah.
You lost Ryan Dunleavy just the other night, so another injury to deal with. You got into some penalty trouble and so forth, but what does this team need to do to get onto a positive flow here and head into the playoffs on a positive note?
Definitely hard work. We said before that we were characteristically a hard-working team, but some nights it isn't there. So if we're going to be successful come playoff time, hard work has to be there. Our coaches sometimes say we're not a talented team. We have talented players, but as a whole, we're on a team that can take nights off, that can't show up ready to work and dig in the corners and go hard at guys. So it's definitely a key to have.
Right, and that makes a lot of sense. It's a young team. Like you said, there's talent there, but it's young and it needs to be developed. And so the hard work is a key element for sure. Okay, your future plans. Where's this all going? You've had a lifetime of hockey, and you obviously love it. Where's the next step?
It depends. Of course, the draft is coming up this year. It's a big year for me for hockey, so it'll depend on the draft and whether or not I get drafted at all. And also there's junior A and there's other reps to take, but if all else fails, I'll be back here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, playing again for the Canadiens. So.
Okay. Well, we certainly enjoy here. Those of us here in Fredericton will enjoy that if you're back. My last question for you, a bit of an unusual question. If you could be a contestant on American Idol, So You Think You Can Dance, or Survivor, which one would you choose?
Well, that's not even a question. Survivor for sure. I can't dance or sing, so Survivor.
Survivor, okay. Well, wonderful. Ryan, thanks very much for coming in and talking to us. It's been great getting to know a little bit more about you, and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.